Brady's going around telling everybody that his daughter is an attempted murderer. Yeah. Well, he told two people, but everybody's gonna figure it out eventually. Anyways, what's up, my Days of Our Lives peeps? This review will be for yesterday and today's episodes, November 25th and 26th. Yeah, I got trapped at the office yesterday, so I didn't get to watch like I usually do first thing in the morning, pretty much. But I could have watched afterwards, but I was like, no, let's just wait till today and binge watch the episodes. And I'm like, wait, is it considered binge watching if it's only two episodes? Too? I don't know. But anyways, but yeah, Brady confided in Belle and Sarah about Rachel trying to pop EJ. She popped him, but he survived. Mhm. Not so sure how many people are excited about that, but I mean, it makes it a little better for Rachel if EJ's still alive. But anyways, Bertie goes to the hospital. Well, they were already at the hospital waiting for Sarah, but now Rachel's getting a psych eval from the doctor. Oh, Lord, I don't forgot the doctor's name. I think this is why I should write down people's names so I remember. But he wanted to talk to Marlena about Rachel, but Marlena was off getting a pacemaker. And I was like, poor Marlena, she can't even be sick. It's like, without her children just dropping drama on her lap. But I guess it's a good thing that Marlena wasn't there. It prolongs revealing that she also knew that Rachel was the one that shot EJ. So, mm-mm. But Brady tells Belle, well, he first like, I'm talking to my little sister, or am I talking to the DA? But Belle was more of a sister in this instant. And they're talking about it and trying to figure out, why would oh, but he did. Rachel told him the whole story. We just didn't see that. But she was just pointing the gun at EJ, trying to figure out where her grandma Rachel was, and and the gun just went off. And so, I guess the traumaticness of the incident, she ended up blocking it out, and they were talking it over. And it's like, why would Kristen confess? And then, duh, Kristen knew that Rachel didn't, so she just went to prison to protect her daughter. And Brady's just talking about how he missed all the signs and stuff. And I was like, we missed the signs with Claire also. Like, yeah, Claire, the fire starter. That's storyline I still don't understand. Claire and Sierra, weren't raised together, so why would Claire be jealous of whatever? Anyways, that's another writer's story. Anyways, so then he goes and he talks to Sarah. Well, basically, Belle was just like, Coach, you can't, you're not gonna send her to prison, but recommend Bayview, which is spoiler alert. If you didn't watch the Days of Our Lives winter promo, then go check that out. And if you haven't, cover your ears. So Rachel does end up in Bayview. I'm sure people probably already figured out that that was gonna happen, or already heard about that or read it somewhere already. But yeah, she goes to Bayview and she hangs out with Sophia of all people. Anyway, spoiler alert over. You can come back, uncover your ears. Um, goes and talks to Sarah also, and tells her that Rachel is the one that put the pistachios in her ice cream. Talk about how Rachel she changed her order and put the pistachios in there because she knew that she was allergic and she would get sick. She didn't realize her reaction would be that horrible. But you can see with Rachel, she was so she was trying to stop Sarah because I guess after confronting Sarah about kidnapping her, she felt real bad and was okay with Sarah's explanation, but Sarah had already ate the ice cream. So, yeah. Meanwhile, Xander ends up coming and overhearing some of this. Well, now that I think about it, I don't think he really heard. He didn't hear that Rachel was the one that shot EJ, but I think he was gone before they started talking about that, or he came in between finding out that Rachel was the one that poisoned her, and then that she shot EJ. Because I don't think he heard any of that other stuff by the reaction he had. But anyways, he showed up there. He was trying to bring some flowers. Sorry, my nose is itchy today for some reason. Ugh, allergies. Anyways, came with flowers. Marlena and Steve and Kayla were there, and Kayla just goes off at him. It's like flowers aren't gonna fix it or whatever. Basically, telling him that Sarah's in the hospital, but really, he didn't know that he was legitimately bringing flowers to Marlena, and Steve even saw the card because Xander left the flowers with them. But yeah, he just goes in and I don't think he stood there. I think he just stood there for a minute and saw Sarah and Brady holding hands and then just felt really sad and he just left the hospital. But Brady did tell Sarah that she shot EJ, went through the whole thing and he just felt bad because, he missed all the signs and, you know, talking about how Rachel just wanted her parents back together and Sarah's like, you couldn't do that, because of Kristen, who she is basically. And Brady felt the same way about Xander. And, oh yeah, Brady mentioned, Xander's the one that switched the babies. And then Sarah's like, oh yeah, Xander is the one that started me with all the problems or whatever. I'm like, what girl? Poor Xander. And he's like, goes out and oh, I forgot. He couldn't nobody would tell him where the room was. He got the room number from Philip who texted Maggie to for the room number so he could send her some flowers. So and after he left the hospital he's like roaming around and roaming around in Times Square. In the Horton Town Square, after Steve and Kayla and Gabby and Philip, they were at the pub. They did like a little trivia. And this I swore Roman said trivia night, but it's like daytime. So, anyways, they were doing trivia. It was actually kind of interesting. I never thought that I would like Philip and Gabby being a huge Philip and Chloe and Chloe and Gabby and Stefan Stabby fan that I would actually let them together. I'm not shipping them, but they're not bad to look at. I was like, when I first heard that they were gonna be a couple, I'm like, really? Ugh, why y'all doing this to me? And I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance. They have some cool chemistry, and still, again, it's not my Philip and Gabby, so it doesn't nothing wrong with the actors. Actors doing well in the roles. Um, for the people that yeah, I didn't like the first Gabby, the very first Gabby. I don't remember her name. Yeah, so this Gabby is doing better than the very first Gabby, and this Philip is doing better than Kyle, whatever his name was, that replaced that came in Jay and between Jay leaving and Jay coming back. But anyways, so Philip is going to the Hernandez's family home for Thanksgiving, and Days will be on tomorrow. That's one good thing about Days, being on Peacock. We get Days every day. Well, we get it every Monday through Friday. It's not interrupted by holidays, sporting events. I remember they used to get interrupted for like what was it, 2 weeks for the Olympics, but don't worry about that. It's on every day. Anyways, so afterwards they go and they're Philip and Gabby are sitting talking, and Philip invites her upstairs for a nightcap, and they just kiss, and then Steve and Kayla, being an adorable old couple, they just started kissing. Steve and Kayla won, by the way, and Kayla they won free meals, and I'm like, how's that fair? Kayla's family owns the place; she gets free meals all the time, and Roman even brought that up, and Kayla's like, yeah, but it's fun to win it. Anyway, so they're kissing, and Xander's just walking through, and he just looks so sad. He's like, he's gonna be all alone for Thanksgiving. Oh shoot, I forgot. See, this is why I should write things down. Gabby invited Xander to Thanksgiving also. So I wonder what how Rafe is going to like that. But Gabby's like, we've dealt with Leo for a year. So if we could do that, we can handle you as well. It's like, oh, but he still looks so sad. He just like he needed a hug, maybe some boobs to snuggle up to. It's like, I'm here for you, Zandy. Call me. And I was like, let me get back to work. I'm just sitting here watching him be all sad. It's like, let me get back to work. I got deadlines. But anyways, I just felt so bad for him. So that was shit interesting. I'm assuming we're gonna see that tomorrow. Hopefully, I want to see how hot messy that would be. I can just imagine what Leo would say about Sanders talking about how hot he is because he is beautiful, beautiful man. Anyways, oh, the friends giving with Tate, Holly, Ari, and Aaron. Oh lordy, they all brought some kind of dessert. I guess they forgot, and I think they forgot. But oh lordy, I watched too many soaps. It's like were they the ones with all the pumpkin stuff? It's like I don't know because Young and the Restless they were talking about a bunch of desserts too. But anyways, they just sat around, nothing really interesting. Bear mentioned that him and Ari went to go see Sophia, and when they were talking to her, she didn't blink not once. And I'm like, that's because she waited till after y'all left to blink. Yeah. Yeah, and then Aaron mentioned to Tate how it'd be cool if he went to go see Sophia. And I'm like, no, he does not need to go see Sophia. That is over. Tate's been done. He shouldn't feel bad for that little so whatever. But I hope Tate doesn't, but I have a feeling that he will because he's stupid. But Aaron and Ari, oh Tate, he might end up failing out of college if he doesn't pass all of his midterms, or at least get a C. I think he said get at least a C on his midterms. Or fine, well, no, it'll be finals, yeah, because the winter. This is the fall semester. I was gonna say fall season, but I think the fall semester. Yeah, so this would be coming. The finals are coming up. Midterms they already passed that. So, so I think I hope. I don't think that Holly would shut it down, but really she should tell him no, leave her alone. I don't know, but something about to happen with Holly. She's gonna start acting all weird. But yeah, you have to watch the winter promo to see. She gets kind of a little bitchy. Like I saw a little, saw a little Nicole in there right there. Alrighty. I think that's all that happened. That all that happened yesterday's episode. Today's episode, Thomas being a little asshole with his arm in a sling. You know, his poor sister, she misses her daddy. She wants him to come to Thanksgiving. And Thomas is like, you know, he doesn't need to come back. Like, I don't know why you're missing him, blah, blah, blah. And Jennifer's just sitting up there, not saying anything or whatever. And Julie overhears it and, asks Jennifer if her and Tom, if she could have, some time to talk to Thomas alone. And she sits down and talks to him about, it's Thanksgiving. Um, can we put our differences aside so that, so your dad can be here with us? He's still family. He's going to be alone. Do you want him to be alone on Thanksgiving? Yeah, so Thomas changed his tune a little, and Julie called up Chad and asked him if he could, no, she didn't talk to him, he was a voicemail, inviting him to Thanksgiving, and, oh, Charlotte, she's so sweet, she's like, I love you, Daddy. I love it. I could totally see, Charlotte whooping Thomas's ass in the future. She look like she's gonna be a badass chick in the future. We shall see how that goes, but After the kids, they went upstairs and Thomas actually let Charlotte play with his video game. What? A brother sharing a game with sister? What? So, I don't know. And Julie's like, oh, that's why it's so quiet in here. Wait until Charlotte beats Thomas at whatever game they're playing, and then you'll hear some noise. But anyways, but Julie, I am hella shocked at Julie. Oh my gosh, she actually thinks that Jennifer filing, suing Chad for full custody. Well, I couldn't even get that out. Sorry. Trying to think and talk at the same time. But she doesn't think it's a good idea. And I'm like, wait, what? Julie being a voice of reason? Damn it! Damn you, Jennifer, you got me liking Julie Williams right now. Ugh. Yeah, and just like she's known what it feels like to be away from her kids, and I'm like, I don't remember Julie having kids. I don't know. I try not to really care about what's going on with that woman. But and she's like, we should all know that. And Jennifer's like, I'm not trying to push, Chad out of their lives. Then what the hell do you think you're doing, Lynch? You're literally taking his kids away from him. He doesn't have anything but his job and his kids. You're just gonna like just take his kids away just because one has a little issue with him. Like whatever, get the fuck over it. You're a child. You don't get to dictate how life is. It's a good lesson right here. Know that you don't just because you want something don't mean you're gonna get it. This would be a good lesson right here. So, I wonder if Julie will really get through Jennifer and she just drops it. But we shall see. But I don't know. And part of me thinks that Jack isn't 100% on board either. But we shall see. I guess he'll probably come back for not sure about Thanksgiving, but I'm sure he'll be there for the I think I did see him in the winter promo to be there for the ornament hanging next month that they always do with the Hortons. Yeah, I think I did see him in there. But yes, my nose is itching. I'm trying not to scratch it because I know that's probably annoying. Like, why does this chick keep touching her damn nose? I don't know. It's really itchy. It's like the more I talk, the more itchy it is. Oh lordy, what else happened today? Oh, Kristen and Tony, they're in the Demare crypt and they're just trying to fix. Kristen actually slept on one of those benches. Girl, I guess she just really tired. I'm like, I don't know, where she get a blanket from? I wouldn't be afraid to touch with that blanket. Anyways, and so I'm trying to do how many days they've been in there. That means they've not eaten, no water, no nothing. Oh lordy, and where do they go to the bathroom? That's always when I'm watching shows like this. When somebody gets kidnapped, I'm like, how do they go to the bathroom? Like, what happens if you gotta take a giant dump? You just pick a corner, you go in your pants. What? I don't know, but so they're in the crypt, and Tony giving Kristen crap, and it's like, I thought, your one good quality about you is that you're a good mother, but you let your daughter go and stand, and almost convict her cousin. And Kristen's like, I did what I did for my daughter. I thought she was going to tell Tony the truth, but she didn't. Well, he's gonna figure it out soon enough because Kristen will be getting out. I guess whenever she's rescued from the crypt, she'll be getting out. But then they were just sitting there thinking, when is the last time you've been in this crypt? And they was like, oh shit, ain't nobody gonna be down here anytime soon. But I don't know. I wonder who will be the one to go down there into the crypt. So they feel it's a lost cause, for now, anyway. Somebody will go down there eventually. But I know winter promo. It looks like Chad is gonna end up down there too. So I wonder if he's gonna. I have a feeling that he might already have been kidnapped since he didn't answer the phone. He might be on his way down to the crypt. But I have a feeling he's gonna miss Thanksgiving. But we shall see. Yeah, and Kristen, I don't know where she got something and start digging. And she's like, I feel something hard or something along those lines. And I'm like, yeah, you're on the ground, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out tomorrow more about whatever it is she found. Uh, oh lordy. Oh, Chanel. I was trying to remember what happened. Chanel walking through the park with they ended up at oh lordy. The pub. She ended up at the pub with Baby T and Stephanie and Alex were there, and they were talking about, her being tired because baby wants to sleep. I'm like, baby probably don't like your ass. That's why, because Stephanie was able to get him down, and Alex was able to, and they're trying to make her assure her that she's doing a good thing of being a good mom and stuff. And I'm like, oh lordy. Anyways, after she left, well, Stephanie said, I love kids, but it's really good to give them back to their parents. And I'm like, yes, girl. And Alex confronted her about that, and I was like, what do you want? Not want to have kids? And she's like, yeah, maybe one day, but not right now. She's talking about her book tour and everything. And I'm like, girl, I'm pretty sure you're older than me, or we're around the same, not too many years in between us, considered how you were SARS. But sometimes the writers like to, when the writers change, they, change up the ages or whatever. You might have gotten SARS a little bit, but anyways, I'm pushing 40, so I know your ass is pushing 42. So you're heading into the geriatric pregnancy. So, get to it if you really want a kids. But do you really want to have kids with your cousin? But that looks like it might happen because, spoiler alert, it looks like Alex is proposing in the winter promo. So, yeah, so if you haven't checked out the winter promo, definitely go check it out. Oh my god, there's just so much stuff in that promo. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm ready. But then I was like, wait, I'm not ready. I don't know. I might be ready. It was like a lot of crazy action going down with the mirrors and everything. I have to go back and watch it. I feel like I need to watch it again. Like there's something small in there because everything just moves really fast in the promo. So it's like there might be a little something in there I might have missed. But anyways, that's pretty much all that happened. Yeah, I enjoyed Tuesday's episode a little better than Wednesday's episode, but oh, but I'm assuming tomorrow will be thanks. We'll probably get Thanksgiving stuff Thursday and Friday. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't drag on to next week, but we shall see. Anyways, let me know in the comments, what did you enjoy this last two episodes, and how do you think? You think that Brady would actually apologize to Kristen when he finds her? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's think. Oh, I forgot. Tony thinks that Rachel would be better off without Kristen, and she might just forget about her. I was like, Tony, you know, if you really think that Kristen's an attempted murderer, why would you piss her off? She could totally kill you and say that you're the one that kidnapped her. Anyways, no, Kristen, I don't think Kristen could kill anybody because, she had opportunity to shoot Dimitri and she didn't do it. And she only on that boy for 2 seconds. So, anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. Let me know. You think Brady is going to apologize to Kristen? What are you looking forward to for Thanksgiving episodes? And hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the like. Hit the no, hit the like button. Yeah, like and the bell so you get notified whenever I post new videos. And okay, I think I covered everything. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I hope everyone who's celebrating tomorrow for Thanksgiving enjoys it. Good food, and bring stretchy pants if to dinner. Love you. Bye.